Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Minneapolis. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down. At the 30-yard line. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Terrion Arnold.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
They'll begin with a zone read. And this play's going nowhere, taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback,
he is in. Touchdown, Detroit. It's his fourth touchdown on the year.
A little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll put Addison in motion. Pistol give to Gibson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On second down, here's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now, faking the give. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and that will lead to a 2nd down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Now they'll set up to throw. Is caught left side by St. Brown. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll throw out of the gun. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Lions will extend to a 10-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. At their own 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. A carry now for Gibson. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Now Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One quarter in the books. It's the Lions who have the early lead.
Vikings nothing.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground, Gibson. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Gibson. And the Vikings are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Gain of 12 and a 1st down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Vikings. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Reichert, good with the extra point. And the Vikings are on the board. It's 10-7. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Taylor Decker, the former Buckeye, guilty on that one. Back to throw. Going up top. That is hard. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, by the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a second consecutive time.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll throw now, 3rd and forever. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run here with Gibson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
It's second and 8.
They'll put Addison in motion. McCarthy to the air on second down. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll send it downfield for Laporta.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, he'll keep this one on the ground. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
14. Lions 13.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Oh, he tried to fit it back in the middle of the field. Can't do that. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mekhi Blackmon.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. A handoff as they try to run it here. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes third down. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal. Here's a run. Second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll put Addison in motion. To the ground, a first down run. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he's into the end zone. Jamison. Touchdown, Minnesota. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. And no chance to return. Through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
And the Lions first down.
Williams in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Boswell adds the extra point. And the Lions are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down by Brandon Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 9. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's got a receiver. It's Addison.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
It's first down, and they'll run. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. That's taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Will Riker on for the Vikings field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield once again. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead?
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. A ball deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Here's 1st down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Now he's free to midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
Here's Thompson Robinson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll drop to throw. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here's DTR. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll put Addison in motion. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a run going left. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. carry now for Gibson. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A run on 1st and goal. And he'll take this down to about the 7. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. To throw is McCarthy. That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Thompson Robinson to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is hard. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So a win here for the Vikings. They get the victory away from home in the division. This is so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.